Welcome to the 79th edition of the Black Lincoln Collective Podcast. We got a great show for you tonight. Can't wait for this shit to pop off. Hit the music, Alan.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of the Black Lincoln Collective, its guests, or decent human beings. You have been warned. The robot revolution will begin in 3, 2, 1.
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
Alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Welcome to the Black Lincoln Collective Podcast.
Oh, it's gonna be fun. We can stay up late, swapping manly stories, and in the morning, I'll make it pop.
With your host, Parker. Featuring the sultry sounds of Fred and also Alan on the board.
Let's go already!
And now, let's start the damn show.
Welcome to the 79th edition of the Black Lincoln Collective Podcast. I don't know what Fred's laughing about, but I'm glad Alan didn't drop that thing we were talking about earlier. So I am your host, Parker, and I am so glad you're with us today. Fred, how are you today?
I'm good. I'm sorry. I'm not laughing.
No, I know you're not laughing at us.
No, I'm laughing because, like, when we were playing the intro, I was looking at, myself on the little thing, and I was like, I wonder where that shirt is. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, I watched Alan come in, and then you came in, and I was like, uh-oh. I think Matt has that same shirt.
Hey, it's a brand new episode.
I mean, I know, but it just caught me off guard.
That's why you guys got to watch the YouTube. So go to our YouTube channel at BLC Podcast so that you can like actually see my shirt. I guess. I don't know. It's my favorite shirt, man.
Yeah.
So now I look back like on pictures, because like Facebook and all this stuff is always like, hey, remember this, remember this. And then I look at them like every day. I'm like, what the fuck happened to that shirt? Every day, I swear, dude. And I've been thinking about that, and I was gonna bring it up at some point, but I was like, how can I even possibly bring that up? So I'm glad you brought that up because I was just like, all the time I'm like, where the fuck did that shirt go?
Where did that shirt go?
That was like a year ago. Where's that shirt?
Yeah. I wore that shirt.
I never will find them, and that's what I'm afraid of. That's why I wear this shirt every day, so I can't.
Tell you, man. But in a house of 3 kids, man, clothes go missing all the time. Dude.
They use them as like kindling to make messes. They're like if I like shit on the floor, but I put 7 shirts on top of it, they'll never find it.
Nobody's gonna know it,
right? Because we're just gonna leave it.
It'll come on
exactly. So, Fred, you're supposed to do something, and you didn't do it. So
okay, yeah, I'm sorry. We got off track already.
No, you're supposed to. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's right. Oh, we also got my man Alan on the board. Alan, what's happening, bro?
We're gonna have
I can hit that button if you want me to.
No.
He deserves it on that one, but no, I had to. I'm never going to introduce Alan again because I like it. Okay. I like making you remember it because it's the only thing I ask you to remember it.
Hey,
so again, welcome to the show, guys. Alan, we're so glad. I personally am so glad that you joined us. I'm happy for you too. It is, ladies and gentlemen, in case you didn't know, it is February, which is one of our favorite months. Also, partially because it's the shortest month, which I feel like is like the laziest month.
Right.
Like, because they're like, fuck, February is just like, just make it. I don't know,
28 days.
We can handle 30 days.
Nah, see, I don't like the short month.
It's easy. It's 4 weeks.
Your bills, man, it always catches you, man. You got to pay your bills quick.
Yeah. Well, see, it's good for me because I get paid on the 1st and 15th of every month by management, which I'm not supposed to talk about our pay scale because you know how management is, and you guys aren't even getting paid. We've already established that.
Talk about management.
So, but yeah, so this month is like, all right, man, I'm getting paid. Like I get paid on time, baby. Like I get early,
Well, another thing about February too is they got that leap year. You get that one day,
3 day.
Yeah, every 4 years you get that one extra day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even understand that.
Well, so this is not what we're. This is just so you guys know. I'll tell them about it. Leap year.
This is not
but
the topic.
We were bringing up February to bring up Black History Month, which is very important to our show. So we didn't bring up leap year on purpose, Fred. We were trying to bring up Black History Month.
Yes.
But so real quick, leap year, basically the way it times out, the Earth rotates like essentially a quarter. There's like a quarter of a day every year that they can't, like, it doesn't work. The timing doesn't work out.
Right.
So every 4 years they figured out if they added one day, it like evened everything. Like it would go around the globe correctly or whatever. I don't fucking know, really. If you know anything about leap year, tweet the show.
24 hours. Yeah. I think it's a little bit longer than 20.
It's like 24 hours and 6 minutes or something.
Yes,
and
so in the next 100 years, they're gonna have to add 2 more days.
Probably
to keep it balanced.
Probably.
I think it's in like the next maybe 300 years or so because the moon's going away from us. So we're gonna.
You don't have to worry about it, Fred. We don't have to worry. We don't have to worry about when they're going to add an extra day.
That was concerning me, man. I couldn't get through my day without thinking about it.
It's always slowed you down. So Fred, like I said, it is February.
It is.
It's a huge month. It's Black History Month,
right?
And we are all about bringing everybody together. So you have prepared some stuff to talk about, and I can't wait.
Being me, the black participant of the Black Lincoln Collective podcast, I figure I'd do something, just to spread a little light about Black history and just some facts that, went down throughout history about Black history. So like the first one I want to talk about is, I think I don't know for sure. I didn't do too much research, but I think this is why we celebrate Black History Month in February. Because I know that's a question a lot of people ask.
I don't know why we do that. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. So this is my theory, though. On February 1st, 1865, the 13th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, which abolished slavery, was adopted by the 38 Congress.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I believe,
Well, that's why they picked February. You think then that would make sense? I mean,
and then February 1st, 1926, what is now known as Black History Month was first celebrated on this date as Negro History Week by Carter G. Woodson, and it became a month-long celebration in 1976.
Okay, 1976. That's not
76. Yeah, that was a long ass time. You know what I mean?
Man, you think about that stuff, but like, isn't it like if Rosa Parks was alive, she would be like 92 or something like that?
Yeah, I think it was
like that stuff seems like, growing up, hearing about it seems like it was like eons ago.
Right. But no, she'd have been 100. No, she'd have been 90 because she'd have been
alive though. Like, still alive.
Yeah, 1926. Yeah, she was like 13 years old.
Yeah, so she would, but like, it's just crazy to think that this was not that long ago, man.
Yeah, no. Like I said, it just became a month-long celebration in 1976. That was the year I was born. Right. You know what I'm saying? So that was 46 years ago.
So they came to celebrate you.
Yeah, that's right.
They're like, oh, Fred's here? Let's give that shit a month.
Let's get the party started.
That's crazy, though, man. It is, and I really seriously, I had no idea about that. So that makes sense.
I didn't either until I dug into this a little bit.
Well, see, that's the thing, though, man. Is like they don't like. I don't know. I feel like schools and stuff. At least when I was in school, we would have like, oh yeah, it's Black History Month, but it was like kind of that in name only, like, and you would learn about like.
When I was in high school, they had a class like that during February. They had a class. It was like Black History class. It was like an elective. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to take that, man. I know all about Martin Luther King. But no, they went back to like Egypt. And like started naming off pharaohs. And I was like, what? Nah, I failed that class. I'm so embarrassed. I failed my Black History.
Hey, you're making up for it right now because you're educating the people. You're taking what you learned. See, I would have never thought of that being like that. Like, is it in Egypt and shit like that, Yeah. I mean, it makes perfect, as soon as you say it, it makes perfect sense.
Right.
But like, what, you have any facts from Egypt that you want to talk about? Do you remember anything from that class at all?
Yeah, well, like, I don't know. This was more like a conspiracy or just like a story or something. But they said the reason the Sphinx lost his nose because it was a broad African nose. You know what I'm saying? And like the English came over and they knocked his nose off.
That would not
I was like, that's crazy. I was like, that's insane.
That wouldn't shock me one bit. That's yeah. And then you look at it like, and I can see that. Yeah, I can totally see that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They try,
Yeah.
take away the.
They're known for their plastic surgery.
Yeah.
So, back then, they didn't have plastic. So it was rock surgery that they used to do. So it made it much harder. All right. So what else you got for us?
Let's see. Like obviously we was talking about Rosa Parks.
Mhm.
Her birthday was February 14th, 1913.
Okay.
February 4th. I'm sorry, February 4th.
February 4th. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to go through like the first week of.
Okay. Yeah, because we're going to be doing something
right
every week, like to celebrate. Just like, and then of course next month we get part of the reason we love Black History Month so much is because next month we get to do Whack History Month, which is like a 17-year tradition now, at least. So we're excited for that.
Yeah, we love Whack History.
We love Whack History. Yeah,
I love the history so whack, man.
Sometimes, buddy.
So
okay. So what else you got?
Have you ever heard of 40 Acres and a Mule?
Yes.
That's supposed to be like reparations.
Yeah.
So February 5th, 1866, Congressman Thaddeus Stevens offered an amendment to Freedmen's Bureau bill authorizing the distribution of public land and confiscated land to free men and loyal refugees in 40-acre lots. So like that's where that came. 1866.
But that never happened though, right?
No. I mean, I'm pretty sure like some people got something, but like everybody that was supposed to didn't get something.
Didn't get it. Yeah. So I was curious about that because I heard that was Spike Lee's production company, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's crazy. Well, what did you see? Okay, Fred, did you see? And I'm probably not right on this, but I think I saw something that San Francisco or California was trying to do there's like somebody introduced a bill about like reparations or something, and to the tune of like $5 million a person or something like that.
Wow.
Hold on a second.
So they really
Freddie's moving to Cali.
They're really trying to take the economy.
Well, yeah, they're into it. I mean, shoot, and like,
I think it's what it's ADOS. I think that's what they call it. It's
what?
Descendants of slaves or something like that.
Oh, okay. You gotta be able to prove that shit. Probably like the Native Americans.
Yeah, I don't know.
Them cats get a check. Like,
yeah,
they get a check every month, man. Like,
yeah. So the San Francisco reparations panel pitches $5 million to each Black resident of San Francisco.
There's no way.
Depending on deemed eligible.
Black people, there's only 3 of them. Come on,
yeah, what they do is they give them the $5 million and then they tax them 80%.
They tax the shit out of them. Yeah.
Well, so that would be
$6,000,
$30,000 pack of cigarettes.
He said it would cost to do that. It would cost them $50 billion.
Oh my god!
No, whatever that equals, I don't know the math, but
$50 billion. Yeah, that's $6 billion more than what
they're probably not going to. So the budget of San Francisco for the year is $14 billion, and this reparations thing would be, which I mean, I think that's crazy.
3 times the damn budget.
Yeah, so I wonder if they probably won't ever.
Oh, they ain't gonna do that shit, man.
Yeah, it's just politics, man.
What if they did like $100,000 or something? You know what I mean? Like in San Francisco, that's not. I mean, that's still a lot of money. Don't get me wrong, but that's not nearly the amount of money it is here, like in the South. You know what I'm saying?
No.
But like I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, that's crazy.
Maybe that's what they're trying to do. Maybe that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get them You can move now.
Yeah, like you didn't say. What about 4.75 million?
Yeah,
about 4.5 million. Like we could do this all day, Congressman, Mayor. I'm sure it's
Mayor,
Comptroller. You son of a bitch.
Yeah, the
Comptroller. Comptroller of San Francisco.
I was gonna say, I don't know. See, and again, I don't want to be offensive to anybody, but I feel like the Comptroller of San Francisco is just maybe a little different than that. It's like I'm controlling the shit out of this Bay Area.
The Bay Area.
Fuck Oakland.
You go fuck around and have to do Pride, but
yeah. Yep. I'm already ready. One can do Pride Month.
Go ahead and write a 3-page essay on Harvey Milk.
Write my book report. Yeah, see, I set myself up for it, Fred. I can't help it. So anyway, I can't help myself, man. The jokes or the quote unquote jokes just keep coming out. So if you think they're funny, great. If you don't, then you're like everyone else. So, all right. So what else you got for anything else for this week?
Yeah, that's it. That's it for the week. Yeah, I'm saying I have some more for you next week.
Well, yeah, we'll do. Well, like I said, we'll switch it up. Maybe we can do something. We'll figure something out for the rest of the month. But we want to celebrate and like I said, we're here to educate you guys, man.
Yeah, just acknowledge it and drop a little education. I mean, if you could find that education, I hope.
When did we start doing that?
When did we start educating people?
Hey.
Episode 6.
Oh, okay. Oh,
no,
okay.
This all started with the history of ketchup, Alan.
Yep.
A few weeks ago.
Yeah, that's right.
We've always been educated.
And before that, it was the Polk County.
The history of Christmas.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
we're all about history.
And
because we're old, and that's what happens when you get older. You're like, now I care about shit. I would have proved some shit happened before when I was little. So like, I'm not as old as the fucking Crimean War, bitch. I tell my kids that all the time. I'm like, I'm not as old as that river.
No, I'll be wanting to watch. I've been wanting to watch the History Channel and shit, man. But like, I can't sit
History
through
Channel's changed.
old people commercials.
Yeah, the History Channel's changed. Like, it's not like it used to be.
It's not, man.
It used to just be like straight documentaries. Like, here's something about the jungle, and then like here's something about the history of this war.
Right.
And here's something about this war, and then they're like, here's something about both those wars. Yeah. And the 3 night special event about this war as well.
No, and then don't they do like the axe hunters?
They do now, yeah.
Now all the reality bullshit reality
and
shows.
none of it's history related.
No, none of it's history related.
Well, I mean, but that's where they get you, Fred, because they're like, technically, it all happened in the past.
Yeah.
So it is history. And you're like, son of a bitch.
So
Right. They're like, this happened in the past. How can you argue? And you're like, oh, the axe hunters are right. Like, I do want to know what he's going to do. Yeah. I do want to know if they're going to make it down the river.
Don't do it, man. Don't even watch that shit for a second because it'll suck you in.
It does suck you in. I was watching that Alone.
Right in, dude.
I think it's called Alone. Alone's the one where they like drop them off in the wilderness and they're just like
Naked and Afraid.
Have you ever seen that? No, not naked. No, not Naked and Afraid. That's gross.
Sometimes.
Well, no, it's okay. So I don't even think it's gross because like I can imagine myself in that situation and I'm like mosquitoes and fucking bugs. That's all I care about. I don't give a shit about being naked in the wilderness. I don't give a shit about that at all. I just don't want to get like mosquito bites on my junk.
Yeah,
like that scares me. Or like fucking some weird animal climbs up in there. You know, it's weird. You never know, man. You go swimming and they're like a fish that climbs up your pee hole.
Yeah, I forgot the name.
Your wiener, just like that thing from the boys. Yeah,
spikes in it, so like
you can't get it out.
Can't get it out.
Swim all the way up, and then it takes over you. Then it eats your tongue and becomes your tongue. You've seen that, right?
Yeah,
that's what that is. I don't know if any of that's true, but if it is, I want to make sure that it doesn't happen to me.
You don't come out your chest like Spaceballs.
No, that's less scary to me than it eating my tongue and then becoming my tongue. Like, have you seen those things? Like that fish that's like that, dude? That shit scares the hell out of me, and I don't know why. Because like the bug inside of it looks so happy.
Yeah,
he's like, I'm a tongue bitch. Like, I did it. Like, it makes me so mad, but it just grosses me out. So anyway, so this Alone one is what they do is they take the guys out in the wilderness and the folks out in the wilderness and like wherever, like one was like Alaska in the wilderness. One's been, a lot of them have been like Canada or like South America or whatever. And they're like, there's like 9 people. And they're like, here, cha-cha, go. And they're just like, drop them off. And they have, the camera equipment and everything. Right. And they're basically like, go and like fend for yourselves. Quit when you want to, whatever you quit is fine. Just let us know and we'll come get you. And so that's it. And they just like, they have like one item or whatever and like a sleeping bag or some shit. And like, maybe not even that. I don't even know. Yeah, they have a like sleeping bag, but, and so they just like go. And so these dudes are in like all these people
is there no objective? Like get to point B?
To live. Seriously, no, I'm not even kidding you. That is the objective.
That here.
No, the objective is to live out there for the amount of time that who be the last one, to be like the survivor.
Yeah,
so what do you
right.
get if
so
you survive the whole
like
thing?
$1 million. Yeah, seriously, it's like $1 million.
In
the what?
In the inner city, like in
That's
the
what I
city.
thought you said. I was like, I'm not.
Like live in Chicago for a year.
Yeah, just you get one thing and a sleeping bag.
You better hope it's a gun.
Yeah. You can't like panhandle. You can't beg.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You can't be like, go over your friend's house if you got a friend in Chicago. No,
Do you make
can't
friends
do that.
though? Well, see, that's the part of it. That's part of the thing though, is the mental torture too. And see, so they don't tell you, like you just call and you're like, I can't do this anymore. I quit. And they'll get you, right? But they don't tell you if somebody else quits. So you don't know.
Oh, okay, yeah.
There's 2 people left. If there's 1 person, 8 people, you don't know.
Right.
You just have to like keep surviving, and like it could be months, man. Like out there, because that's what I mean. You just got to be the last.
Like,
one.
do they tell you the last one?
They will when the other person quits, they come get you.
Oh, okay, I was about to say
Like,
that's
it'll make you like wait.
Let's wait it out. See how long it
10
goes.
years later.
It'd be like that guy that from Japan that didn't know the war ended 60 years later, some shit like that.
Like cast away on the island or whatever.
Yeah, like the war ended. He's like, no, it didn't.
Yeah, he's like, fuck you, yeah. But yeah, dude. No, it's crazy, man. But and that's the thing about it is, like I said, it's the like, where's my family? Where's my this and that?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know,
no
it's always
communication.
no communication, no, and it's not like Survivor, like you get a call from your uncle or whatever. It's just like nothing. You see nothing. They like drop off new batteries.
You get nothing.
You know,
So
exactly, that's it, man. But no, it's a cool show. But it's just one of those things that I'm like, this is just I couldn't do it. I don't think I can do it. One guy, he killed an elk. Like this dude, like killed it. He set a trap and killed an elk, and then was like, "Here's the problem." And see, this is the shit you don't think about. And I would have never known this. He's like, "Here's the problem. I have like 1,200 pounds of elk meat. It's freezing cold, so it's not gonna like go bad.
Right.
But elk is so lean that he's like, it costs my body more energy to burn it than it does for me to eat it than to not eat it. So even though I'm eating it, I'm losing weight." Because there's no fat on it at all. And he's like, I can't poop and I can't, because I mean, it's like all. So he was like losing. And that's the thing about it is they all lose all this weight and they have to like try and fish or try to like hunt and stuff. It's crazy. You got to check it out.
I'll be dead. 2 hours.
Yeah, I feel like I would.
Hey,
2 hours in, I wasn't Popeyes.
Right. As soon as the first as soon as the boat like drops off, I'm like, I got to poop. And there's no bathroom. All right, I'm out. I did it. I tried.
Just don't use some palm tree leaves.
That's the problem is that would be the one thing I bring. They're like, what did you bring? I'm like, toilet paper. Like, they're like, how's that going to help you survive? I'm like, it's going to help the other animals survive. Because if I have an itchy ass, this show's going off the rails.
Yeah, but you can jump in the water and wipe out.
But I don't want, but that's where the penis fish is, friend. That's where they're just waiting. Every morning they wake up and they're like, sure wish I saw some human's penis today so I could get up in there. Just waiting on you, friend.
That's me, little dickfish.
Yep. Hey, just a family of dickfish waiting around for you. Come up today, be a good day to see somebody. We're in the wilderness of Alaska, y'all. Y'all, just a family of dickfish. Those things scare me though. Anyway, it doesn't matter. They still So dude, it's ridiculous. So like I told you we were watching I've been watching those kind of reality shows. But like the other thing is my wife has been watching like, was it Live PD and like cops? YouTube has that way of like just put it on YouTube and then like hashtag, remember I said YouTube. Remember to follow us on YouTube and subscribe at BLC Podcast. But like she'll put on like Live PD and they used to film it in the town we live in. One of them, they had them all over the place. And like it's just some of the dumbest damn shit, man. And like you can tell the cops know they're on camera.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they'll be like, I'm like, no cop's ever done that shit. They'll be like, hey buddy, you want to go get a coffee before we arrest you? And they're like, it's like, oh, if you don't mind. He's like, you want cream and sugar, fella? And I'm like, that's not how this never happened.
1 lump or 2.
Yeah, exactly. That's not what it means when the cops get you. But like what kills me, man, is like you see it. So it's like like I said, it's all over the country, or it's like at least there's like some in
Right,
Nevada,
it's like five,
like all over the country, pretty much. But like all over the country, like crackheads and criminals are the same level of stupid when they get caught. Because they never admit. I mean, it's just like one of those things. Cops are like, just admit to it, man. Like, you got some shit. We'll work it out, right?
Right.
Like, I don't know where that loaded gun in my pants came from, officer. Like, I have never seen that bag of drugs with my ID in it in my life.
See, that's the thing about it, though. Like, those shows, they know the camera's there. They know they're getting everything. So they don't really, that's not really. You know what I'm saying?
I haven't been, arrested once or twice. It doesn't usually go down that way.
Right.
But it also doesn't so I don't know. It just kills me. So then the other day, like I said, my wife's been watching this. The other day I got pulled over. I was driving the kids. We were going to the park and I had renewed my license, but I forgot to get I didn't have the sticker or whatever. So I got pulled over. No big deal. But Nate, my youngest, is in the back seat and he does not give a fuck. Let me just say that. Whenever you listen to this, Nate, if you ever listen to this from county jail, then I know you don't give a fuck. So 100 years from now. But anyway, so we're in the back and he's in the back and I got the window down. The officer comes up to the passenger side. And so I'm like, giving him my stuff. And he's like, Dad, are we going to get arrested? And I was like, no, I don't think we're going to get arrested, son. And he's saying this while the cop is talking to me because he doesn't care that there's a police officer talking to me. And I'm like, dude, no, we're not going to get arrested. And the cop's just like, and I'm like, oh, this is how these fucking traffics are. And you know it. And see, that's the thing. I know that those cops thought, because I watched that shit. And they're like, oh, this guy was following a little closely to the car in front of him. I'm just going to pull him over and let him know, just to slow down a little bit, fella. And they're like, 26 pounds of meth. And you're
Right.
So I feel like me getting pulled over for some bullshit like that. I'm like, this dude's going to be like, here comes my chance. 26 pounds of meth found in police. This is going to make national news, But of course he was all right. But like I said, the whole time Nate's like, Dad, are we going to get arrested? And I was like, oh man. And then so the cop gets my stuff, goes back to the car, and before he comes back, Nate's like, he's like, Dad. I said, yeah. He's like, why don't you roll down the window? Let me talk to this guy for a minute. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, roll down the window and let me talk to this guy for a minute. And I'm like, this police officer? He's like, yeah, I'll talk to him. And I'm like, no, because I will be in jail.
You should have let him talk to you. He might have got you out of a ticket, man.
The guy was cool. Like I said, the guy was cool. And he's like, just get your stuff. Like, go over here. He's like, it happens. Like, go over here and get this thing out.
Right.
Like, dismiss it or whatever. So I was like, that's cool. I'll probably do that. Maybe. Yeah. I will, because otherwise it costs more. But that's the
right.
It costs more money to get the ticket than it would just to get the shit fixed.
Yeah, just to get it fixed. Yeah.
But I'm still just like,
I love it. You don't want to get that money away.
No, I don't. I already pay for stuff, man.
I already pay for stuff.
I do pay. I pay for stuff all the time, Fred. Yeah, it feels like it anyway. All the time too. I feel like all I ever do is pay for shit.
Yeah.
And no one ever is like, here's some shit for free. But except you know who is like that sometimes, Fred.
Yeah. Who's that?
Black Lincoln Collective Podcast. We give away all kinds of shit. So listen, here in a second, we're going to take a break, and you're going to get to hear some people who are advertising on our show for free. We'll be right back.
The Black Lincoln Collective Podcast will return after a word from our sponsors.
Welcome back to the Black Lincoln Collective Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, sorry. I never said I'm a perfect person, nor pretended to be someone that I'm not. I've said and done things I regret. And the episode number released on this more than a week old podcast is one of those things. Anyone who knows me knows these words don't reflect who I am. I said it. I was wrong. I apologize. I've traveled the country talking about change for America, but my travels have also changed me. I've spent some time with grieving mothers who've lost their children, laid off workers whose jobs have gone to other countries, and people from all walks of life who just want a better future. I have gotten to know the great people of our country, and I've been humbled by the faith that they've placed in me. I pledge to be a better man tomorrow and will never, ever let you down. Let's be honest. We're living in the real world. This is nothing more than a distraction from the important issues we're facing today. We are losing our jobs, we're less safe than we were 8 years ago, and Washington is totally broken. Ryan hates everything, and Steve's kind have run our country into the ground. Now, I've said some foolish things, but there's a difference between words and the actions of other people. Alan has allegedly abused women, and Fred has bullied, attacked, shamed, and intimidated his victims. We will discuss this more in the coming days, but in closing, I'm sorry for misnumbering the last edition of the Black Lincoln Collective podcast, and I hope that this great nation, nay, this great world, can forgive me. This is episode 79 of the Black Lincoln Collective podcast. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Black Lincoln Collective podcast, episode number 79. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we just had to take a second. Management, who shall not be named again, probably in this episode, brought up to me that I was doing a really shitty job of counting. So I had to make it right. That was the only way, was to do a public apology, a heartfelt public apology at that.
There you go.
And yet I still managed to blame everyone else for everything that happened, which is the best thing, really.
And it's allegedly I beat up women.
Hey, I didn't make any claims that could be be sued for.
I don't abuse, bully.
Fred has bullied all of he's bullied all of Alan's victims.
All of my victims, yeah. If anybody knows me, knows I'm the one that gets my ass kicked by women.
It's true. It is very true. Fred, I got a question for you, and it's entertainment sort of news. So, have you seen this movie, The Menu? Is that what it's called? Like The Menu?
No, I haven't. I want to.
Okay, is it fucked up or not? I haven't seen it either, and I want to see it as well.
I say it's a dark comedy, and
I saw like a clip from it, and it's got that girl, and I don't remember her name, but she's got she's like, what's her name?
Oh, Piper Perabo?
No, she was in the.
I don't think that's a real name, Alan.
He said it's got
Perabo?
Yeah, Piper Perabo.
Anya Taylor-Joy.
Yeah, she's the chick from the Gambit Queen, or Queen's Gambit.
Yeah, and she has like weird features, but they're like,
right.
I'm into it.
She's got alien-like features.
But it's like, yeah. So when everything she's in, I'm like, this shit's gonna be fucked up.
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't watch the Queen's Gambit, but I'm pretty sure it was fucked up.
I'm pretty sure, like, it's
got John Leguizamo in it.
They're about to eat some people. You know what I'm saying?
You think?
I think that's what it's about. I'm not sure. I haven't seen it, but like that's what kind of vibe it gives off.
Yeah,
you know
maybe.
What I'm saying?
I can see that. I need to watch that shit.
That old cannibalism type shit.
You never know. I mean, it does have Ralph Fiennes in it, and he's like crazy. He's a good actor.
Yeah.
But I keep seeing stuff about it, and I know it's like old, and it's not even. Did it get nominated for anything?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
Yeah, so it's just one of those things, but it just looks really interesting.
Right. Yeah. Like I said, I wanted to see it because like the chef is everybody's so precise, and like if he claps his hands, you stop what you're doing, and like a soldier and chop into place and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it looks really weird.
Yeah, it focuses on a young couple who visits an exclusive destination restaurant on a remote island where the acclaimed chef has prepared a lavish tasting menu, along with some shocking surprise.
Exactly. It's got to be people.
Balls.
No.
Why you on a private island in the middle of, you know what I'm saying? That's why all the freaky shit goes on.
I won't even fucking wait. I won't wait 30 minutes at the Sizzler, Fred. I'm not getting on a damn ferry and flying to a pirate island and then waiting on this dude. Pirate Island. It could be Pirate Island. Either way, I'm not doing it. And then when you get there, if you get there, so if you have to travel that far to get to the thing, it's going to be a fucking shit show. It's going to be the guys like telling you all about like, oh, we sourced the oil from the Mongolian oil fields that are no longer in use, and 10 men died trekking it back to the whatever, and like all that bullshit. Like, oh, this tree was. Yeah, like, oh, these herbs were grown on the back of a desert camel.
1925, and the family's been plummeting the ripe fruit for 125 years.
This salt was dehydrated from I can't even say, from Holocaust survivors' tears. They sucked it in, and then they dehydrated the shit. And this is what we'll be using on your fucking bread tonight. You're like, what the fuck? And they're like, and it pairs great with a 1925 fucking whatever.
And they got it from bargains.
Yeah, exactly. And really, I'm like, it's some dude, like some crackhead in the back, like, I got this Holocaust tears. What's the bottle, bitch?
He's like a little vial.
And that should be the twist. Maybe that's the twist at the end. They find out all the salt is crack.
You think this saffron is good? Try these Holocaust tears.
Like, you ain't never heard of this, man. This is some real shit. Only available in Black History Month. For some reason. You got to sell it, Fred.
Damn it.
You got to sell it, man.
Was it like the McRib? It's only
available for a limited time. That's the thing about it. And like, I can see it. Like, he goes out to the island to sell that shit. It's just crazy. I will try to see that, and I don't know that Alan could ever do like anything about it, but but I'd like to see. The other movie I want to see is the new Black Panther, which I know we've kind of strayed away from like real movie talk. But it came out today, right?
Yeah,
on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to see that. And I didn't get to see it in the theaters because it's just impossible to get to the theaters, pretty much. So I'm gonna have to check it out. Have you watched it, Alan?
No, not yet.
I know you did watch it, right, Fred? Yeah.
Yeah. We did go to the theaters to see it.
What's the next big Marvel movie coming out after that? Next?
Ant-Man, yeah.
Yeah, but who cares?
It's setting up the big villain for phase 5 or 6 or Kang the Conqueror.
Kang the Conqueror?
Yeah, Kang the Conqueror. But see, I think it's gonna be a lot of Kang the Conquerors because like with the multiverse and all that. Yeah. So.
Dude, okay, that was like the smartest thing Marvel. And I hate to get into like Marvel chat, but like that's like the smartest thing Marvel did. They're like, if we just do the multiverse, then we could make limited movies forever. Yeah, and just call it multiverse.
Yeah.
And like no one will ever be able to say anything about it.
Yeah. They know how to branch off, man.
Well, and everybody now is doing it. It'd be like alternate universes and like Star Trek, Star Wars.
Yeah.
Do them all like that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, and it makes sense that they would do them all. I mean, you can do that in the comic book world. Do you guys think that there are alternate universes? Like that do you guys think that there are like infinite universes where different things happen and then we just happen to be this one in this universe? Yeah,
you get a split.
Like there's a Black Lincoln Collective in the podcast, like somewhere else where like, I don't know, I have Snoop Dogg behind me and Fred has Darkness and Alan doesn't have an
You're Rogan.
Right. And
the Black Lincoln Collective is Rogan's show. And
it's like the number one podcast.
It's the number one podcast.
I feel like there might not be any universe that, that has that. But let's dream, Fred. Let's dream. Why not?
We can dream.
Why not?
We can dream, man.
It's the month of dreams.
Earth 616. That's where it is.
Yeah. Level Earth. Right now we're on Earth 11,742. That's the rank that we are at. No.
We're at the bottom of Earth.
Well, yeah, we're at last. They're like, oh, miscellaneous. We're in Earth miscellaneous. They didn't even give us a number.
Earth's retarded.
Earth.
We're from retarded.
They're like, we're on Earth 18.
No, not Earth 18.
Yeah, like, that's the one with all the idiots. I'll tell you one thing though, Fred. One thing that is universal in every different universe, Fred, is taxes.
Oh yeah, taxes.
That reminds me that we have a special guest. That's not him.
Is it Tax Man?
He's coming in to tell you guys something that's very important. So just give him 1 second, and he'll be right back.
Okay. I hope this is a good guess, man.
Is it B? No, B ain't coming. B don't talk about taxes.
No, he talking about death.
B does the
Howdy, boys. It's 2023, and you know what that means. It's tax time once again. Now, let me ask you, are you one of the thousands of Americans that are tired of giving your hard-earned money to Uncle Scam?
Yeah.
You owe the IRS zeros to ones, thousands of dollars?
Yeah.
Well, brother, you're not alone. I know I owe the IRS at least $0,000. I owe it to the federal government, and I'm sick and damn tired of it. Hi, I'm Tugg Johnson, the CEO and founder of the Tax Proctologist, and we specialize in one thing, making sure you retrieve the tax money that the government's been hiding up their ass. That's right. For years now, your old buddy Uncle Scam has been shoving your tax dollars directly into his gaping anus. But those days are over. Now, I'm sure you're saying, Tugg, how can I get my tax money out of the government's ass? Well, buckaroo, buckle up. Because the Tax Proctologist's proprietary ass-blasting tax-grabbing technology, we can guarantee that we will search every nook and cranny of Uncle Sam's poop chute and dig out all your delicious tax nuggets, dust them off, and get them back to you. That's right. With the help of what we call the ream 'em and clean 'em system, the Tax Proctologist will literally rip Uncle Sam a new butthole to get your money back. We call this the anal fistula tax return strategy. Now, some of our competition, like the income tax urologist or Dr. Fat Tax, may tell you they can get you more money back, but they're so full of shit. You know how I know? Because I'm a proctologist. The Tax Proctologist. Also, if you sign up today, we'll give you one of our limited edition red, white, and blue enema kits. I'm Tugg Johnson, and together we can all get up Uncle Sam's asshole. Oh, visit taxthatass.com for more information.
tax that ass.
Hey guys, I'm back. I had to go to the
Oh
restroom.
man, that Tugg Johnson, you missed Tugg.
Yeah,
Tugger's nuts, man. You missed
Tugg Johnson
Yeah,
Tugg Johnson, man.
from the Tax Proctologist.
Yeah.
I've been hearing their commercials everywhere. They're great.
Yeah.
You know, they're saying, Fred, is together we can together we can get all up in Uncle Sam's asshole.
Yeah.
And I think that's a great tagline for a business.
I also heard the other one said the government's pulling the rug. Better call Tugg. I thought that was great.
You gotta love it, man. It's tax time, Fred.
It's tax time. It's tax season, man.
You excited? Do you get excited for taxes, or do you get worried?
I used to.
I used to get excited too.
Not no more. I never got anything back from taxes. Like I've never got that huge check.
Yeah. So like Shannon's brother, and I'm not like, or my wife's brother.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
With the business out there.
Works at, and like at and there's about 1 million of them in the USA. The place that he works at that I won't name rhymes with Malhart or Malwart. Yeah. But he works there and makes like a nickel a day. And like every year, he's like, dude, I'm getting like $12,000 back in taxes.
That is ridiculous.
And I'm like, how are you getting $12,000? You didn't make $12,000. Yeah. But he always, every year, and he's like, I'm going to Gatlinburg. I swear to God. Every year.
Grand. I've never
I'm taking my 12 grand to Gatlinburg. Like Gatlinburg. 12 grand. You could go to anywhere in the world. You're like, I'm going to Gatlinburg.
Stretch his money. That's what it is.
I guess. I don't know. Like, you just want those things.
That money.
Yeah. What'd you say, Alan? What are you complaining about over here?
One time, I can go to Gatlinburg 3 times.
You always end up owing?
Yes.
Really?
I think
that's good, though.
About 2,600.
That's good.
No, it ain't, man.
Well, I mean, it's not good. Not that much.
And I mean, and I do single and zero, and still they just
can't win. Make too much. He's too rich.
No, I'm not. If I was rich, I wouldn't be paying anything.
Right.
Sure. Well, that's true. You're too not poor.
Yeah.
You're too not poor.
I'm right there. I'm one of the polyps in Uncle Sam's asshole.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, you need the tax proctologist. He'll help you out.
Yeah,
Tugg Johnson.
Johnson.
What a great name that is. Tugg Johnson.
Good old
I wonder what his middle name is.
I can't get off with one.
It's Maya.
It's Maya.
Yeah. It's Maya.
Yeah.
Maya Johnson.
Johnson.
He's named after his grandmother.
His grandmother's name was Lick Maya Johnson.
Lick Maya.
What were those shirts? I know we've talked about them before, but what were those shirts? The Big Johnson. Yeah, Big Johnson shirts. That's too funny. You know, a guy, Fred, who probably wears Big Johnson shirts on a regular basis, is part of this week's Freedom News. Freedom News. It's back. Oh, does Alan have something? Yeah, he did it. All right. So, Fred, get this.
Yeah.
Do you know who Phil McGraw is? And this is not a made-up name.
Phil McGraw.
Phil McGraw.
That's too close to Phil Mickelson and Tim McGraw. I'm getting
he's the illegitimate child. He's related to Tugg McGraw. No, Phil McGraw is Dr. Phil.
What's his name again?
Phil McGraw. McGraw. McGraw.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yes, Dr. Phil. So McGraw. McGraw.
It didn't work. I can't hear it.
We tried. Okay, so anyway, Dr. Phil is finally ending his show.
Oh,
21 seasons.
It's not true.
Seasons. Yeah, dude, I hate that guy so much.
Come on now, Matt. Do you really hate me, or do you just hate yourself?
Hate yourself. Dr. Phil, that's what I would say to you. Who was that guy? Was it Bum Fights guy that went on his show and dressed just like shaved his head and dressed exactly like him? And that's so funny, dude.
That was hilarious.
So yeah, they're stopping at the end of the 2023 season. So if you want to go see him, Black Lincoln Collective members, make sure you get out there this year. There's nothing better than a 72-year-old not real doctor diagnosing your shit.
It's gonna float into the distance with all the other Jenny Jones and Ricky Lake.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh dude, who was? I think it was somebody else who had
woodworks, man.
Yeah, that's the deep cuts. Ricky Lake was awesome though.
Yeah, he's like Ricky Lake.
Yeah,
that was when Ricky Lake, you were like, is she hot or is she not? And it was like she can go either way, and then she went. She took a hard left.
Cute.
She was super cute, but you're like, she could be cute. But then she took a hard left and not so much. But Ricky Lake was in Crybaby, wasn't she? You don't know.
Yeah, she was.
Crybaby?
Yeah.
No, I thought it was
with Johnny Depp.
With Johnny Depp, yeah, she was in Crybaby.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Really?
Oh, Crybaby.
She was his sister, right? Wasn't she his sister?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah, she was up in there. But anyway, so Dr. Phil has nothing to do with Dr. Phil, by the way. I told you that I know somebody on the Dr. Phil show, right?
Yeah, you did. That's right. Yeah.
It's me. It's Phil. It's Phil McGraw.
Phil McGraw.
We went to high school together, Matt.
Oh, God. That's not a bad Dr. Phil. And when Rick and Morty, obviously all this shit went down with Rick and Morty where, everybody knows what happened. But you don't know what happened?
No.
Okay. So
I heard
Justin Roiland.
The dudes left or they kicked him out?
Yeah.
Justin Roiland, who's one of the producers, who's also the voice work for Phil, or for Rick and Morty, basically got fired because he got charged, I think, with I want to make sure. I don't want to say something.
I think it was domestic violence or something.
Yeah, it was domestic violence, but I don't know exactly. Yeah, domestic battery and false imprisonment.
Ooh.
So they're recasting. Yeah, so they're recasting his parts, which are most of the show, and he was a co-creator of it.
Right.
So they're I guess thousands of people have sent in impressions of Rick and Morty to like try and become the next
Rick and
Rick or Morty, you know. Yeah. But he does so many, you know, like
dude.
Yeah, he got pretty blacklisted on that one. Which I mean, I get it. Like,
well, they need to do like they did in Sealab. You know, with Murphy.
Yeah.
They just made his son the voice.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't see Sealab in so long.
You never watched Sealab 2021?
I did watch it.
Was
I
all
watched it late though. Like I started watching it when they were like doing reruns and shit.
Oh, such a good. Well, no, that was only reruns. It was never.
Oh really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because it was there was Sealab 2020, which was like in the 70s.
Right. The cartoon was from the 70s, but they revoiced it.
So yeah, they revoiced it, and Adult Swim brought it back in what 2000. 2000, yeah, maybe even earlier than that. And like, so it was the same footage, just reworked. It was hilarious.
Right.
It was such a good show.
Eric Estrada was in it. He was one of the
Eric Estrada, all kinds of people were in it. It was awesome. Right. But no, it was a great show, man. It makes me sad. So yeah, Dr. Phil, here we go. Bye, Dr. Phil. Nope. Dr. Phil show's over.
Oh man,
that's Freedom News number 1. Fred, Freedom News number 2, and this was almost Don't Move Here news, but then I decided to make it Freedom News because it's a little too far away to be. It's happened in Kansas, so it's a little far away from South Carolina. Move to Kansas by all means, ladies and gentlemen.
That's more for like OK Taco.
Yeah, well, yeah. Somebody don't, or they would like you to move there probably as well. I don't know. I don't know how that works. I don't know that I could live in Kansas. Kansas seems pretty boring.
I don't know, man. I mean, every American town is the same now, man.
Yeah, it's just dust in the wind.
I don't know, man. I don't know if every American town is the same, but
it pretty much is. I mean, you got a Walmart, you got Burger King, you got
but like bars, in Kansas, there's not like like lakes and stuff, maybe, or is there an ocean? Because we have like an ocean and mountains.
They got the cheese,
right? That's what I'm saying. So it's not the same. Oh yeah, I've been to Kansas before. That's right. I have been there. I've been to Kansas City, Kansas, and I stayed in a hotel. And I was like, I would sneak. We were on a church trip, and we would sneak. We would go on the elevator and go down the floor from where everybody was and like smoke cigarettes in the hotel because you could do that back then. That's how long ago it was.
Yeah, you could smoke.
It was in the 90s. And then like we'd sneak, so then we'd like hop back up and like no one can tell. Like, it fucking smelled like a damn chimney. But the whole place did. It was great. So anyway, so in Kansas, Fred, in Freedom News, a dog has shot and killed a 30-year-old man in the front seat of a car after it stepped on a hunting rifle lying in the back seat, according to Kansas authorities.
Damn.
The victim, and we're not going to give his name because we don't, was in the front passenger seat at the time of the shooting, which unfolded while he and another man were on a hunting trip, according to the place. The stock of the gun was in the back seat, and the barrel was laying on the console facing the victims. That seems like a risky maneuver in the first place. Yeah. Like, why would you point it towards you?
Was the dog's name Rin Tin Tin?
The dog's name
not Timmy.
It doesn't say the dog's name, which I think again we wouldn't give it anyway because we don't.
His dog's name glorify. The dog's name was Shooter.
We don't glorify the terrorist, you see. So about 9:45, the German Shepherd stepped on the trigger from the back seat, and a bullet struck Smith in the back. And unfortunately, he passed away. That sucks, man.
Oh, he died. Oh, I thought
he died. Yeah. So fuck you, Alan, for being a dick.
Who cares? It wasn't me.
I said in the beginning. I said in the very first thing that he died.
No, I didn't pay attention to what you said.
I said a dog. Literally the first sentence is a dog has shot and killed a 30-year-old man. I was like, he's like really does not give a shit about this guy. No, but yeah, so they said, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. You don't want to leave a loaded weapon in your vehicle that's out in the open. Said the cop. Unload it if it's inside of the vehicle, or at least have the safety on. Yeah. So like, I thought that was common sense. Right.
Yeah, common sense.
So that's Freedom News for this week.
The dog was mad at him.
It was his dog. Like, that's the worst part. You know that dog.
Like he's throwing the ball. Every time I go run, he
never throws that ball. Today is my vengeance day.
That's terrible though.
No, that is sad, dude. And like, it's crazy. But that's what you got to see. That's why you can't trust dogs.
No, first of all, you don't take a German Shepherd with you hunting.
No, what are you hunting?
Why not?
What are you hunting?
They not hunt?
They're not hunting dogs.
I'm not going to say anything.
They're shepherd dogs.
They're shepherd dogs.
That's true. They are shepherd dogs. It's more the German part. I was going to say something. I didn't say it, though. I didn't say anything. I don't think so. He was in Kansas. Yeah. Are there a lot of Kansas City Jews, Fred, that you know?
I don't know. Probably. I mean,
if you're in Kansas City and you're Jewish, tweet the show.
They're everywhere.
Tweet the show at BLC.
All right, Kanye.
TaxthatAss.com.
He's staring at me.
He's waiting on you. Yeah. Just looming.
One of us.
So yeah, Fred, what else you got going on this week, buddy? Anything exciting happen?
No, not absolutely nothing.
Nothing is happening in your life at all.
Boring life.
Well, how about okay, we can do this. This will be done already. Well, yeah, no, it'll be out. Who you got for the Super Bowl?
I got the Kansas City Mistakes. I'm going Philly.
Super Bowl. You're going to go Philly?
Yeah.
What about you, Alan?
I think the Jets will win it all.
You're so close, buddy. You're right there on the edge.
I think Philly would win it. Philly just looked tough, man. I mean, they took out 3 quarterbacks and they played pissed off.
It's true. Well, I think that I don't know, man. It's a hard call. I think I'm going to take Kansas City though.
Like, I got a check. I had got getting a text from this dude. He's trying to be a bookie. You know what I'm saying? Like,
sure. What kind of odds is he giving you? Like, you talk odds all day.
You got to giving points. You know, you got to play by the spread or whatever.
Sure. What's the spread?
I don't know for the Super Bowl yet.
Oh,
yeah, he ain't get it out, but he's sitting for the playoff game. I think it was like Cincinnati, but I was going to go the opposite of way, like my heart. I was going to go for Cincinnati, and I was going to go for
49ers.
Yeah, the 49ers. And good Lord, thank God I didn't.
You ain't kidding.
Thank God I did, man. I'd have fucking lost my ass.
I thought the 49ers were I thought it was gonna be a better game.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be a better game.
Well, once he got hurt and he couldn't. I mean, he's out for 6 months, dude. He can't he tore his junk. He can't even hold the ball.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, speaking of ball, I have a question for you. It has nothing to do with sports.
What was his nickname? Because he was the last pick.
Oh, Mr. Irrelevant. Yeah, they do that every year.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of balls. Here, one more time. We can all time it up and see if we can do balls at the same time. Balls. Nailed it. I appreciate you guys giving it the extra 2 seconds for that. No, so what about okay, so there's a sport, Fred, that's taken over this country.
Uh-oh.
And all I hear about, and I don't know if it's like an old person thing or what,
pickleball.
But what?
Pickleball?
Yeah, what the shit is pickleball? Everybody's like pickleball this, pickleball that.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot about pickleball.
I remember pickleball was like what you played at the baseball stadium where they said you can't play this. And that was where you threw the ball at the other person as they ran back and forth in between two people.
Yeah, that's a pickle.
That's what pickleball is, right?
No,
you're in a
pickleball is like tennis with like a solid racket, like a wooden racket, and like another kind of like a hard ball or maybe.
So it's like a mix between badminton and tennis.
Yeah, maybe like racquetball. Maybe.
Why is it taking over the world?
I don't know. It's just something.
Is it played on like a small court, like a big court?
No, it's played on a tennis court. That's why a lot of tennis players are mad because you got all these pickleballers fucking taking over their tennis courts.
Pickling their balls. Yeah. Okay, I don't know anything about it, and I just keep seeing everybody's like, "Oh, let's pickleball this and that pickleball that."
Yeah,
and I don't know what it is. I'm not going to play it.
Pokemon.
Yeah, it could have been.
Is it Earth number 18? Yep.
No, I thought it was only on Earth, only on fucking Earth 18.
Earth 18. Yeah, there we go.
No,
Only here, That's where we play pickleball. Everyone else has some other sort of ball.
Yeah.
Vanilla
Everybody
ball,
else has
banana
tennis.
ball.
Yeah, they're playing what was that? Roller ball. They're playing roller ball like the LL Cool J movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dude, oh god, yeah, I forgot about that movie. So
It's not good.
back to
That movie was not good.
That movie was horrible.
no, that was the one. Who else was in that? Like Sylvester Stallone or somebody? Who else was that?
No, it was that
I'm trying to
kid at
remember
the
now.
time with hair.
Kid with hair.
Yeah, he had
Hanson?
like the Jonathan Taylor Thomas. Like
Yeah, the
split up
Rollerball was a remake of Rollerball.
Yeah, well, the original
1970
rollerball.
that had James Caan.
Yeah, James
Yeah,
Caan.
James Caan.
So yeah, LL Cool J played Marcus Ridley, and Jean Reno was Alexis Petrovich.
I have no idea.
Chris
who
Klein. Chris Klein. That's
Chris
who
Klein. That's who
Yeah.
it was. Yeah, dude, with the hair.
Jonathan Cross. Dude, they were talking about on the radio going in this morning. They were talking about American Gladiators.
Oh, I used to love that shit.
You remember American Gladiators? Dude, that shit was
Yeah,
so
dude.
cool.
That shit.
Well, and they tried to bring that back, and then it failed again.
Oh, yeah, just couldn't do it. Yeah.
Well, have you,
makes me
you
sad.
heard about the behind the scenes when they were talking about that they had the orgies and all that?
No, like the Super
No,
Bowl.
like,
It's like the Olympics.
Yeah, the athletes would have a,
You can't have that many people in red, white, and blue and not expect an orgy to break out.
Yeah, that's right. All testosterone filled up. They're
They
like,
would
all
always
pumped up.
kill me when they have like the chubby guy on. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, like this guy's gonna do it. Yeah, this guy's gonna do it. That's like me. Like,
did
yeah,
Saturday
you got
Night
it.
Live do a skit like that? That it was American
yeah,
Gladiator?
where it was Ninja Warrior.
Ninja Warrior. Yeah.
Ninja Warrior.
You're like,
yeah.
and they're like, we're gonna let him try again. And he just like tried to run over the water. That shit was too funny, man. Bobby Moynihan was awesome.
Yeah.
I wonder whatever happened to him. I wonder what he's doing now. He's probably doing stand up somewhere.
Well, I don't know. I was listening to something the other day and they were talking about Moynihan. Oh, it was the episode you was on. That's what it is. They were talking about Moynihan. Y'all were talking about Moynihan.
Were we talking about him? I don't know.
You and Grant or
Ralph.
Ralph.
I don't know. I don't remember talking about
Yeah, y'all were talking about SNL. And then y'all
that. Yeah, okay, yeah, that went to a weird spot.
yeah.
But it was a good interview. It was
It
just,
was. It was cool. It was cool.
you know how it goes. Like,
Yeah.
listen to the what was it, Ralph Glenn, the Ralph Glenn show.
Ralph Glenn, there it
Listen
is.
to it, so you don't do it. Do it now, or don't do it now.
Don't do it now. Do it.
Don't do it.
now.
Do it
Do it
now.
later.
Because I'm about to say some offensive shit. No, I'm just kidding. Do it now because this show's about to get real weird.
Going off the rails. Ma,
Oops. No, wrong one.
Ma, the meatloaf.
Trying to get my cable life.
Ma.
Oh, Ma. So yeah, I think we pretty much covered everything we were going to talk about this week, unless you got something else. I do
And
have a
more.
question.
Yeah, what you got?
I do have a question. So in the alternate universe thing,
Right.
because we're talking about Earth 18, is it like just little stuff that changes, or is it like every? Because if like I don't get it. Like, is it like, oh, your hair, my hair is blonde, and that's like an alternate universe?
No, I think like, well, it depends. I mean,
Like, I can't grow a beard, alternate universe.
Yeah, it would be stuff like that. I mean, one of them would be like
Snoop Dogg's facing the opposite way, alternate universe. Like, I don't understand.
like in the
I'm just
alternate
saying, is
universe,
it-
like that Snoop would be white.
yeah.
Something
Snoop
like
would
that.
be Eminem, and Eminem would be Snoop.
Yeah, and Eminem would be Snoop.
But then wouldn't it be, but if there's like infinite universes, like they say, then there would be, that means everything would have happened all over the place.
Yeah.
Have you seen
All
everything everywhere all at once yet? I gotta watch that too.
A couple times. So good.
It's one of those where you gotta watch it a few times, like Memento.
No, you don't have to. Like,
Well, no, I like those
They're
movies.
good.
Like, no,
it was good.
like-
It was that good. Like, I was flipping through the channels and it was on,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Oh shit, yeah, I'm about to watch this again."
yeah,
But was it
Well,
on
like,
all the
that's like-
channels? Because it's everywhere.
all at once.
All
on
at once.
All at once.
Everywhere,
Yeah,
all at
Everywhere,
once.
everywhere,
Well, that's
everything.
like, was it
all at
like
once.
Memento, Fight Club? Those are movies that you had to see. Like Usual Suspects is one.
Yeah.
Comes to mind that you had to see multiple times.
Memento actually
Yeah.
fucked with me. Yeah,
Memento was awesome, dude. That was a great movie.
Yeah.
And it's old now, but you
That's a
guys should
great
totally
concept.
watch
Yeah.
Memento.
That
yeah,
guy was a good actor.
Yeah.
I don't
Whatever
remember
happened to that dude?
Johnson. He's dead.
He still does shit.
Yeah,
you know
he
what
still
I'm saying?
does
I
stuff.
see him every now and then, like, you know, he'll pop up on something. I'm like, oh shit, that's the Memento dude.
Yeah.
Memento
what's his name?
Special
Was that-
Color
well, that
Red.
was what Guy
Wasn't
Ritchie,
he
right?
was in one of the Marvel movies? Wasn't he in one of the Iron Man?
Guy Pearce.
Yeah, he was in Iron Man 3. Yeah.
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 Yeah, he's
Yeah.
all over the place, man. He's been in Memento,
Memento.
Iron Man 3,
And he was
Memory. He came out with Liam Neeson's.
And he was in he was with Vin Diesel in one of Vin Diesel's movies.
Yeah, he was on A Christmas Carol.
Bloodshot, I think it was.
Yeah, he's on all kinds of stuff.
I didn't see Bloodshot.
I will never see Bloodshot.
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 Have you seen Hardcore Henry?
Vin Diesel.
Yes, a long time ago though.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Yeah,
Like,
I thought that was cool.
I think we should like make Alan watch Hardcore Henry on the VR.
He's probably seen it 10 times. Oh, in VR? You can watch it in VR? Ooh, I bet that's weird.
That was weird.
Yeah,
I feel like that'd make you sick. You
I
remember
don't
Hardcore
know.
Harry?
yeah, but in VR, I don't know about that.
I think that would make
Because
you
it's all in first person. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Yep.
I'm saying I feel like as much as that movie like jerks around and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't spare the horses. Oh, I love that shit.
Well, I mean, I got a couple of VRs here.
Yeah,
We
let's
can-
do it.
Yeah.
We'll do an episode while we're like, blah,
Just throw it up. Ah!
like, watch it with us, fans, so you can throw up when we do if you watch it in VR.
Yeah.
No, I can't handle it. I see those videos and I know it's VR.
Yeah.
I see those videos all the time of like it's always like some old person who's like falls over off the cliff, like the virtual cliff or whatever.
No, dude. Yep. I've
Did that
done it.
happen to you, Alan?
Yes, I have it's a game called something plank. And
Oh, like
when
walk
you
the
get up,
plank or whatever.
You
yeah.
walk the plank and you walk in the plank, and at the end of the plank, you got to jump to the edge. And I jumped to the edge, man, and I took the dog and the cat and the table out, man. I was like, I jumped, and halfway through it, when I'm jumping in the air, I'm like, oh shit, this is fake.
That's crazy.
That's pretty cool.
We'll have to do that next week. We'll make Alan do that for us while
Go
that's what he's
over
doing
one
something.
day and
during
play
the
some
show.
VR. You should have seen him. He was playing Beat Saber.
Who was?
Yeah.
Freddie was.
Yeah.
He was like,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was
Beat Saber's
going crazy with that
I
shit.
thought I would be
man.
so much better at that than I was.
Yeah, right.
I was like, you handle it, you should just do it. And then it like started. I was like, I can't do any of this.
I can't do none of this shit.
You can pick it up like when Jack did it, man. He did it perfect.
Yeah.
And then the
Oh,
kids
yeah,
get
yeah.
it, pick it up.
Yeah.
Adults, man, we're like, oh,
Yeah, we're not good at that. That's okay. We're good at this.
I'm telling you, your hand-eye coordination slows down. When you
It's,
get
no,
older,
that's
man.
true. That's true.
It does, man.
It's
yeah,
true.
it does.
I can barely see my hands or eyes anymore.
And there's no way they can coordinate.
Right.
No, hell no.
Only I had a tax proctologist to help me. So I'm going to call Tugg Johnson. All right, guys. Well, we're going to get out of here. Thank you guys so much for listening to episode 79 of the Black League Collective podcast. I am almost certain that that's the right number. We'll be back with a brand new episode next week. Next week, we're going to have Steve from the Pop Culture Pros on, I believe.
It's pros.
So
Yeah,
don't forget
right.
you're watching us on the Pop Culture Pros Network, possibly. So, bye. See you next week.
BLC. Oh, wait. Eric,
What?
I love you.
Oh, yeah. I love you too, Eric. You're kicking ass,
love
buddy.
you.
Proud of you.
I'll see you later.
All right, you're going to get this. This is what you get, Eric.
It's not
The
working.
thumbs up of America.
Do the part, Alex. Do the part.
Which one?
Do the gross
good
part.
one?
No, don't do the gross part.
Yeah, I'll do it there.
people.
All right, everyone, quiet. I said I wasn't gonna do it, and I did it anyway.
We are laughing. And we are very good friends. Good buddies, sharing a special moment.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
Just hang loose, blood. She gonna catch up on the rebound on the med side.
Get to the chopper!
Oh, what a day. What a motherfucking day.
Well, that's all, folks.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Goddamn hit. Don't worry, nobody's listening anyway.
As you know, I'm a man of special needs.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Can I hear myself? I can hear myself. Hey, big girl.